Hello everyone, it's me Chef James, and by now you've realized that I've split up my reaction videos and we're doing more of Asia than just the Indian subcontinent. That's right, we're doing our third video of China right now. We are hitting the Chinese Healthy Cooking channel, and the video is typed Easy Soy Chicken. The thumbnail kind of caught my attention because it was a whole chicken, and I love whole chickens. I love my son's birthday party last summer. I ate a whole chicken by myself. We cooked up 3 or 4 chickens in quarter pieces on the barbecue, and I ended up eating a whole chicken that evening. I was quite full. It was a good night. So anyways, I see a picture of a whole chicken and I'm kind of caught onto it. So let's see what's going on with this. And just a reminder, if you are watching this before I hit 2,000 subscribers, when I do hit that, so make sure you hit the subscribe button to help me get there. We're going to take 4 of the videos, 4 of the recipes from the first batch of Indian cooking reaction videos, because that's what I promised. And I'm going to pick 4 of the recipes, put them in a poll where you get to vote on what I make. And then going forward, as long as it's a success, we're going to do that every month. I'll pick 4 choices from all the reaction videos that I've done, and I'll let you vote on it as a monthly feature.
Hi everyone, welcome to Cooking with Lynn. Did you ever try my soy chicken wings? Today I'm gonna make a soy whole chicken. It's so easy to make and so delicious. Soy chicken in Chinese is 酱油鸡. Let me show you the simple ingredients.
Okay, so she's speaking English. This is my 3rd one in a row, so I'm going to shut the captions off because they are covering the bottom of the screen where she has her ingredients laid out.
And about 2 hours in the refrigerator. You just need to dissolve about 2 tablespoons coarse salt, and this way the chicken will be juicy and tender. And I have ginger.
Brining larger pieces of meat like that is something we do at the restaurant. We do inside round roasts. They're beef roasts about this big, and I'll brine them in a mixture of Worcestershire soy sauce, balsamic vinegar, coffee, along with some herbs and spices. Generally, though, because it's a solid mass, like, you have to remember that chicken there is hollow, and the brine can get from the inside out as well. Like, can get into that cavity. So for the thick roasts, like about that thick, I will do those in the fridge for, maybe 2 days, 3 days. And I do them to save space. I can put them, because it's a walk-in refrigerator, I put them in buckets. I put them in buckets, 2 of them in a bucket standing up. Just pull them out and flip them right upside down every other day. Rotate them, make sure that they're, and mix it up and make sure that there's constant contact.
Slices. It should be enough. And half of a red onion. You can also use regular onion. Just cut into pieces like this. It really gives good flavor. And green onions, we just use the white part. What do I always say? White part for flavor, right? You save the green. And brown sugar. So you can use.
Yeah, so a lot of recipes will use the white part of this green onion, or the scallion, or the spring onion, whatever you're used to calling it, and you'll slice that up and put it into the recipe, and then the green part at the end gets sliced up and sprinkled on top like a garnish. She's also pulling out some brown sugar. Quick tip, if you don't go through your brown sugar fast enough, I saw this on another YouTuber's page, and his trick is he just keeps molasses in the cupboard, because molasses is the separation of white sugar and brown sugar. Like, So you have brown sugar and they separate. When they refine it into white sugar, you get molasses as the byproduct. So if you pour molasses into your white sugar, you can get brown sugar back. Maybe that's useful for you in case you don't go through. You buy brown sugar to use it once in a while and you don't go through and it clumps up and goes hard in your cupboard.
Or even regular sugar. This is the sugar, brown sugar I got from Asian market. It's like a sugar bars. And it just needs one piece.
Okay, that's different. I have not seen a sugar bar before. That's actually pretty cool. If you're used to cooking with sugar bars, leave me a comment down below. Tell me how you utilize them the best. What are they best for?
Now I'm going to just rinse the chicken. Now I just need to pat dry the chicken with paper towels. And we're ready to cook. I'm heating up my wok to high heat. And the wok very hot. We add some oil. I'm using canola oil.
Yeah, it's important to select an oil with a high smoke point like canola oil. And I'm not just saying that because, canola oil stands for Canada oil. It's a Canadian process of getting oil from the rapeseed. But canola oil wouldn't be traditional and authentic Chinese cooking, being a Canadian product. That's kind of cool that she's using something from here. But yeah, anyways, you want to use a high heat oil because woks cook at high temperature.
Stir fry our onions, ginger, it's about a minute. Should add more oil. Now we're going to brown our chicken.
Okay, that caught me off guard, putting the whole chicken into the wok. That is pretty darn neat. I have not seen that before, and I don't do a lot of wok cooking. I'm not very experienced with a wok, so I wouldn't even think to just throw a whole chicken in it.
After about 2 minutes, flip to the other side. Wow, beautiful. Brown about another 2 minutes. About another 2 minutes, add soy sauce. I use light soy sauce. About a cup. Rice wine, if you have it, or Southern cooked wine. And followed by warm water.
So here's a difference. If we were doing this in Western cooking, instead of water, we would use a chicken stock. We wouldn't just put water in there.
Loosen up a little bit. Also add our green onions and brown sugar. Bring this to boil.
So having the chicken half submerged like that is in water is akin to our technique of braising, which is usually reserved for tough cuts of meat. I'll use example ossobuco, which is a veal shank. So think of your thigh if you were to cut it into steaks, and you would have the profile of the ossobuco like this with a little nugget in the middle of the bone, the thigh bone with the bone marrow, and it's very tough because it's a worked muscle. It's the leg. Even on veal, it's very tough. So you would generally flour it, sear a crust on it, and then in a roasting pan, you would add boiling stock, veal stock or white chicken stock halfway up with your aromatic vegetables, onions, celery, carrots, any spices or herbs you want to put in there, like cardamom. I like using a couple cardamom pods, a star anise, some whole peppercorns, and you would then wrap that up and put it in the oven, and so we call that braising, and that is going to that half, because it's half under and it's half out, so that hybrid method of dry plus wet and the steam in there, that's everything has to be well done when you braise. You can never undercook things for like medium rare or rare. You can't do roasts like that. When you braise, you have to cook it way past well done, because it's the moisture that allows the breakdown of the connective tissues and tenderizes the meat. So I'm a little confused why you would be doing that with chicken, which is something that we consider to be a tender cut. Like the entire bird is considered a tender meat. So I'm confused why you would do that. I don't know enough about Chinese cooking to be experiencing to say this is normal or not. Is that something you can teach me down in the comments below? Let me know if this is normal. And before anybody says, Chef, you do this in European cooking, you poach things. We do, but when you poach it, like if I were poaching a chicken, I would never poach a whole chicken. And when you poach a chicken breast, you're going for a lighter flavor. You're not putting any color on it first. So I'm a little confused.
Shall we baste it? And we're going to turn the heat to medium now. Cook about an hour.
Also, this is also just a personal preference, but pardon me. There's only a little bit of browning on there. I'd like to see the entire thing darker.
Until our chicken almost done. In between, we're going to check it. So after about 40 minutes, let's check our chicken and make sure we baste it. Now we're going to cover it, cook about another 30 minutes. Now after another 30 minutes.
So the other thing, she's cooking it backside up. And generally, when I cook chickens, it's breast side up. When I do smaller birds like Cornish hens, actually, what I like to do with Cornish hens, for example, is make a donut out of tin foil. So I can cook the chicken for 15 minutes on its left side, 15 minutes on its right side, and another half hour or so, or 15 minutes, depends on how many go in the oven at once, that kind of thing, breast up. Also, when I'm doing whole chickens like that in the oven, and just in the oven, I know this wouldn't work here, and this is a technique I learned in school with Cornish hens, actually in high school cooking class, and it translates very well to chickens too, is to take your finger and ride up the bottom to separate the skin from the breast meat, and then put a compound butter in there with some herbs and spices, some spices, or herbs mostly, like some rosemary, thyme, fresh, a little lemon juice in the butter, and you kind of massage it in. You rub it all up nice in there in the chicken, and then as the butter melts, it bastes the inside of the breast meat, helping it not dry out. You've got that bubbly fat on the inside, so that helps crispen the skin. And then when you have that little bit of a wow factor when you see herbs under the skin. Clearly, you couldn't do that with this. I'm just letting you know what I like to do with chickens, unless I'm putting them on the barbecue, long and slow, lots of sauce, and making a pig out of myself by eating a whole chicken.
Let's check out our chicken. Turn the heat to high. I'm going to get rid of some of the broth. So we're going to thicken it. Now remove the most of the broth. We also baste it. Give another 10 minutes till the gravy is thickened. After about 10 minutes, you can see our gravy is thickened.
Okay, so by the text on the screen, she added a bit of dark soy for the color. So that color comes from just basting it with dark soy sauce after. When I saw the thumbnail, I thought we were going to roast a chicken until we obtain that color.
I'm just brushing it. And our chicken's ready. Looking great.
Wow.
Smells wonderful. Are you ready to try?
I'm ready to try.
Get a piece. Let me cut a few pieces. Wow, looks good. Are you ready to try?
I'm ready to try. It looks delicious.
Wow, looks tender. Let's try it. Cheers to Thanksgiving. Wish everybody happy Thanksgiving. Either you cook turkey or chicken.
Wow. That's really delicious.
Funny story, this is my third time trying the outro. I keep screwing it up and stuttering over my words. So let's just try and get this out in one last take, guys. This was my first time here with the Chinese healthy cook. I'm going to assume she's in America because she referenced Thanksgiving, and those are US style kitchen outlets on the backsplash there. So is this how things would be cooked in China? Let me know down below, and if there are any other Chinese chefs you would like me to shift my focus to, help me in the comments down below. My audience was very helpful in steering me towards some good Indian chefs, and I'd love you to steer me towards some good Chinese chefs as well. For this week, I've been Chef James, and you've been you.